Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for sticking around. So I'm Renatto, co-founder of Nebulai, and I came all the way from Miami to be here. I made a pit stop in Athens, and super happy to be in Georgia trying the Georgian food and wine. So thanks, everybody. So Nebulai, I will tell you more on Nebulai, but the talk is around decentralized marketplaces, so trying to inspire your brains and your minds to be able to think about how can decentralization be applied to marketplaces. If any of you has been dealing with traditional centralized marketplaces like eBay, Amazon, or other marketplaces that you see out there, you will find this interesting. So a little bit on me. So I'm the co-founder of Nebulai, also CTO at Nebulai, and you can find my email there if you want to send me a message. My Telegram is Renatto G, R-E-N-A-T-T-O-G, if you want to add me on Telegram. And yeah, feel free to reach out. So thanks for that. Okay, what's going on? So what you see here on the internet is that really marketplaces are really taking advantage of people by charging high transaction fees, creating a lot of intermediation in the process, and driving people to maybe be displaced from the marketplaces based on different things that they may want to impose to the users, right? So then what decentralization can bring to the table is essentially kind of like get rid of those problems that we see on centralized marketplaces and democratize all this access. So what is a centralized marketplace and what is a decentralized marketplace? Right, so on the left, you have a centralized marketplace where you have really all the parties that want to transact on the marketplace going through a single platform, essentially, right? And then the sellers and the buyers connect through the platform. On a decentralized marketplace, you really have kind of like a P2P network, and everybody can interact with each other. And the decentralized marketplace is not like the middleman or the middle platform. It's essentially just providing kind of like the rules and guidelines for this marketplace to work. So then it allows for kind of like more transparent transactions. It allows for faster settlements of funds, more transparency, potentially lower fees on the transaction side, and more fairness in the whole process. Okay, so what is a centralized marketplace? To just, everybody here has used a centralized marketplace, but for the ones that kind of like want to, just take a little bit of a reflection on what they are. So managed by a centralized entity, a centralized marketplace handles all the operations of the marketplace. They have arbitrary rules, meaning that they can decide who they want to keep on the platform, who they want to kick out. You have all the gains centralized. So you have any marketplace, they keep all the gains from revenues from the marketplace. You don't have the ability to participate on the marketplace as a stakeholder unless it's a public offering on like a stock exchange or something like that. And they have normally higher fees because they control the marketplace. It's almost like a monopoly so that they can charge any type of fees, right? Then you have the decentralized marketplaces. So there is no single intermediary there on a decentralized marketplace. You have lower transaction fees because you can go through the crypto payment rails, which allow you to have lower transaction fees compared to a traditional payment rail that would go through like the SWIFT network or other payment rails. More transparency because all the transactions that happen on the marketplace can be transparent. Everything is recorded in the blockchain. And you have decentralization of the marketplace itself, and the ownership can be decentralized. So meaning you guys, for example, could join a marketplace, a decentralized marketplace, and be part owner if you have like you're owner of the token, right? The token can also give you governance, ability to vote on the future of the marketplace. For example, if they wanted to impose higher fees, you can say, okay, I don't like that, so then I'm going to vote against that. So the marketplace basically brings the community to be able to say whether something should be done or not in the marketplace. So it's more democratic than a traditional marketplace. Okay, so the decentralized marketplace components for people here that are, I don't know how many developers or IT pros we have on the here. Okay, some, great. How many first time learning about crypto or blockchain? Some, okay. So the good thing is that most people know, okay, great. So just high level, right? I'm not gonna go too deep on this, but just to go over what are the components of a decentralized marketplace. So one of them is the smart contracts. Smart contracts allow you to have digitized business logic to transact in between entities, right? So one to one, one to many, many to many entities. The other one is matching algorithm, which is how do you match buyers and sellers through this marketplace, right? So then that's another component. The decentralized reputation allows you to have reputation on all the buyers and sellers so that you know who's a good seller, who's a good buyer. And a lot of the challenges we see now is that the reputation systems from traditional marketplaces are biased, right? Because they want to have all 5-star sellers, and that's a big problem. And then you have the crypto on-ramps and off-ramps as well. So it gives you ability to buy in crypto and fiat at the same time. And all this integration with a wallet. So then those are at a high level the components of a decentralized marketplace. So if you're looking for maybe a project idea, right, you can start thinking about how can I turn a Web 2 traditional marketplace into a Web 3 marketplace. And that could be something interesting to think about. So the use case for me to share with you guys would be the Nebulai marketplace. So we're creating a decentralized solutions and talent marketplace. It's kind of like the Web3 version of Upwork and Fiverr, supported by smart contracts, so that you can essentially go to the marketplace and be able to, if you're a company, contract, hire Web3 developers from around the world on the Nebulai marketplace. So this is Nebulai, the global decentralized solutions and talent marketplace. And there's a quick video on
Nebulai, a technology for good company. Our vision is to level the playing field for everyone transacting technology solutions or talent. Whether you're a technology freelancer looking to find a good paying gig or a multi-billion-dollar company looking to find the best-in-class technology solutions on the market. To achieve our mission, we are building a Web3 solution and a talent marketplace on top of blockchain technologies. The Nebulai Marketplace, powered by DSTM technology, will allow companies, technology providers, and talent to transact in a single web and mobile platform, which will democratize access and allow far more fair, transparent, and efficient B2B transactions. Here is one example of how it will work. Imagine a Fortune 1000 company looking to buy technology solutions and/or procure talent. Today, they have a really hard time finding the right technology providers as well as talent to develop a new intellectual property or work on existing company projects. Once the talent or solution is found, it is extremely difficult to engage in a contract with any party, and yet alone multiple parties for a single project. Through our marketplace, companies can submit a request for solutions or talent, which will be broadcast to thousands of technology talent and solution providers to look for the best match. This saves time, is an efficient process, and reduces costs for everyone, while still giving the smallest of companies or freelancers that chance to compete. Want to know more? Please check out our next video, but in the meantime, please visit us at netcapital.com/companies/Nebulai.
So there you go. So Nebulai, as you saw in the video, is trying to democratize access to solutions and talent. What we see and the problem we're solving for is that Upwork and Fiverr charge 20% transaction fees, and we're looking to lower the transaction fees so that developers and IT pros don't pay like those high fees. They can pay less than 3% transaction fees. And then companies from around the world can find the developers from anywhere in the world to be able to contract them using smart contracts, which makes the process more transparent, lower fees, essentially, helping everybody in the ecosystem to get more adoption in Web3. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, you will be able to go on the marketplace, and all the transactions will be settled in the blockchain, giving more transparency, using the smart contracts to be able to manage all the solutions and the talent providers that you have on the marketplace. So this is an example of a decentralized marketplace, but you can use this, this theme or this concept for any type of marketplaces. You have seen OpenSea for an NFT marketplace. There may be marketplaces for other stuff. So if you want to think about it in the future, you may have an Amazon that's decentralized. You may have an eBay that's decentralized, Uber decentralized. So this is going to start coming up as we have more adoption of the Web3 world. And when it comes to where do we stand for Nebulai in the whole picture, grand scheme of things, so there's 2 other Web3 platforms that are doing talent, Braintrust and Hive, but we're special in the sense that we have the solutions and talent in the same marketplace, which kind of like gives the end-to-end solution for any company looking to get into Web3 solutions. So that's on Nebulai. If you guys are a developer, I make the call out for you guys to join the Talent DAO. We launched a Talent DAO, so any developer here that wants to join our Talent DAO, highly welcome for you guys to join the DAO. It gives you opportunities to find jobs in Web3, collaborate in community, learning opportunities in the DAO. So if you are interested about those, also you will be kind of like part of the early adopters program of the marketplace. So we will do a token drop once the marketplace launches next year. And this is kind of like a VIP offering for you guys that attended this community to be able to join the DAO. So I'll put the link here. You just scan the code, then it will take you to the website. And from the website, you can download the Talent DAO Manifesto, which is a document that explains what we're doing with this Talent DAO, what's the vision around it. And essentially what we want to do with the DAO is to develop Web3 technologies with a global community making impact in society in a good way. And this will allow you to download the white paper on the DAO and also join the DAO. So we will do a token drop on the NFT for the DAO next week. So hopefully you guys join the DAO. And yeah, essentially that's my talk on Nebulai. If you want to find out more on us, please go to this link and add me on Twitter, on LinkedIn, and Telegram if you want to chat. So thank you guys for the opportunity to speak to you. Short and sweet since it's late. And if you have questions, I'll be here. So thank you very much. I will take some questions if anybody has questions. Yes, go ahead. There's some.
Yeah. Hello. So
Hi.
my question is maybe mainly on about your platform, but it also concerns all other platforms like this. How is conflict resolution handled in this case? Because the smart contract works in case of maybe digital art where it is fulfilled immediately and then. Right. You can exchange value immediately, but if you have a contractor that maybe provides products in the real world or any other way that isn't involved with blockchain, how would you work on conflict resolution in this case?
Yeah, great question. So we implement a decentralized arbitration system, and the decentralized arbitration system kicks in when there's a dispute. So the process is like you have buyer and seller. So then the buyer, for example, goes in the marketplace, buys a solution or talent. Then the seller, in this case, the talent, will be able to fulfill the services, right? If the buyer is maybe unhappy with the services, then they can issue a dispute. Then that dispute goes to a decentralized dispute resolution system. And they essentially assemble kind of like, say, customer service that looks at the history of who's right, who's wrong. And then they send us back the result and say, hey, the buyer is right, the seller is wrong, or vice versa. The seller is right, the buyer is wrong. And then from there, you release the smart contract log to make the payment to whoever was the right party that made the claim. So that's how it basically is handled.
Sorry, so any participant of your platform can participate in conflict resolution?
Yes, as well. Yeah. So then if you join the Talent DAO, you will be part of that, and then people can make money from doing conflict resolution. That could be another way to monetize.
Okay, thank you.
Of course. I think there was, yeah. Yeah, so the DAO is up. The platform we plan to launch in Q1 next year. So, but yeah, we developed the front end, everything is laid out, the back end is done. So we're working with the payment rails to plug that in. But yeah, we're running on Ethereum and Polygon for the ones that want to find out. Yes, go ahead.
Is Talent DAO is now open only for developers or for all the professionals in blockchain and Web3? I mean,
yes.
Other functions like marketing, community building?
Yeah, essentially. And we're looking for community managers. So if anybody's interested, please message me because we want to grow the community. So yes, but it's open for anybody. Anybody in Web3 can join the DAO.
Yeah, in marketplaces, there's the chicken and egg problem that's kind of the hardest thing to decide. So what did you decide to do in terms of like focusing all of your attention on supply or on demand for this when you started?
Yeah, on supply, we see there is a lot of people that want to get in Web3, and there's a lot of people working on getting people trained on Web3 as well. So we have, for example, like good connections with talent pools in Europe, in South America, and South Africa, and India as well. So we plan to onboard them into the marketplace. Once we have those in the marketplace, we're also working on some alliances with enterprises to be able to get the jobs for the talent. But everybody's looking for Web3 talent, so the best time to get into Web3, really. So yeah. So thank you guys very much. Enjoy your afternoon. Thank you.